Yo, what's good YouTube? My name is Yu Chia, and you see what we got going on in today's video. We are going to be ranking all of the Dragon Ball movies and specials. Now, a while back, and what I mean by a while back, I mean like a whole year ago at this point, live over on the Twitch channel, I ranked all of the Dragon Ball movies with my chat, had discussions about it, all that good stuff, and it was a very fun stream, and I even recorded it and was going to upload it, but I didn't really like how I articulated all of my thoughts on my placements and stuff like that. I feel like I could have done a way better job. So here we are a whole year later re-recording this video, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Now, I just want to say early on, this is just my list. This is just my thoughts, my opinions. So if I rank your favorite Dragon Ball movie in C tier, I'm sorry. That's just what I thought about the movie. But yeah, the way we're going to start off ranking these, it's going to be from the release date, and I'll worry about ordering the list at the very end of the video, so be sure to tune in to the end of the video to find out where the final placements are. I won't worry about ordering them early on, at least not too much. When it comes to my favorite stuff, I'm gonna order that immediately. But in the comments, let me know what your favorite Dragon Ball movie is. Let me know where I end up placing your favorite Dragon Ball movie, and if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button, and maybe I might do another tier list video. Who knows? I've only ever done one other tier list video, and that was ranking the Dragon Ball Fighters roster from most fun to least fun, and that was a pretty fun video, I'm not gonna lie. So I definitely would like to do some more, and if you guys end up really liking these types of videos, I might do another tier list. Who knows what that tier list might be. But without further ado, let's jump onto this list. And I just also want to say rest in peace to GOAT Akira Toriyama. I know that he didn't work on these movies, you know what I'm saying? He started working on the later movies like Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Broly, and Superhero, but this is still his world, this is still his characters, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this extra content growing up was really good. Like, I loved playing the video games and seeing the movie characters and stuff like that, and then catching the movies, you know, on TV. Just, this is his creation at the end of the day, so these got me through some times, you know what I'm saying? These movies made me very happy, even the bad ones. But yeah, just wanted to shout out the GOAT. Thank you for everything, Akira Toriyama. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's jump into the list, and we're gonna go ahead and place the original Dragon Ball films here at the end of the list. We won't be ranking these 3 Dragon Ball films because they're not really films, they're more so retellings of the arcs in the series. But what we will be ranking is Dragon Ball The Path to Power, as this is a reboot movie, pretty much retelling but not really retelling. It's more of a reboot of the original story, and I like it quite a lot. The animation in this movie is really, really good, and it was pretty enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, I love original Dragon Ball. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and place this at B for now. This could potentially move up to A, who knows. But yeah, I really like this a lot. It was really, really enjoyable. I highly recommend watching this if you've never watched it before. Next on the list, we have Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place this movie in the D tier. The only good thing about Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone is that there's some good choreography scenes, but like, you'll find that in like almost every other Dragon Ball film, I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is not the film that I'm looking for some good choreography, you feel me? There's nothing enjoyable about this movie. I don't enjoy Garlic Jr. at all. I can't believe they did this movie and then put him in the filler in the anime. Not a good movie at all. I did not enjoy this very much. Followed by another bad movie, and that is Dragon Ball Z The World's Strongest. Again, 2 back-to-back movies that I did not enjoy at all. These are one of these movies, like, if you've never seen these 2 movies, these are one of those movies that like you watch once and you never watch again, because if you watch it again, you're legit just gonna fall asleep to it. Like, it's just not enjoyable at all. The villains is just weak. The plot lines, even though the plot lines aren't like super crazy in these movies, they're especially bad in these movies, I'm not gonna lie to you. Dr. Willow's not a very entertaining villain at all. Like, there's just nothing cool about this, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's always gonna be like some cool moments in the movies, but like for these particular 2 movies, they're not enough, I'm not gonna lie. Now we got ourselves a really good movie as well. We got ourselves Dragon Ball Z The Tree of Might. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the A tier. This movie's really good. Turles is sick. A lot of crazy moments in this movie as well, like Turles fucking up Goku, the way he like the way that he just blasted Piccolo while Piccolo was already on the ground after deflecting the special beam cannon. Like, it's a lot of really badass moments too. The Goku like 1v7 or however many of the soldiers that he fought, like, there's a lot of really cool moments in this movie. I really liked it a lot. And again, Turles is one of the cooler movie villains. Now, you know who's not a cool movie villain? Lord Slug, and neither is this movie, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in C tier. Now, a lot of people might call me crazy for this one because, oh, it has full Super Saiyan. Full Super Saiyan is literally carrying this movie so much, and it's not even there for that long either. It just happens, and that's about it. Lord Slug to me is not very entertaining at all. He's literally just worse Demon King Piccolo, because when you look at the plot line of this movie, it's literally just the Demon King Piccolo stuff, but just worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's old, he then wishes for the Dragon Balls to make him young again. You know what I'm saying? He's super strong when he's young, but like, it's not really entertaining, you know? Again, some cool moments. Full Super Saiyan's cool. The time, was it times 100 Kaioken? I don't even know, but Goku had this high multiplier of Kaioken in the movie, and that's how he beat Slug. He had Gohan whistling, which was funny because Gohan was whistling in the very beginning of the movie. That bothered Piccolo, and then Piccolo remembered to be like, wait. But yeah, movie's okay. Like, it's not horrible, but it's okay. It's not Dead Zone. It's not Dead Zone. It's not World's Strongest. It's just okay. But what's not okay, what's a pretty good movie, is Cooler's Revenge. Cooler's Revenge is a really good movie. I love this movie so much. The soundtrack in this movie as well is really good, especially if you're talking about like the English dub stuff, because you know how the English dub had like the different soundtrack and stuff. Really good movie, I'm not gonna lie. Cooler, for a long time I actually liked Cooler more than Frieza, but in recent times with Frieza coming back and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, my bias is kind of back towards Frieza. But Cooler, Final Form Cooler, one of the best designs in the series. Honestly, his fourth form is also just really cool. Honestly, one of the darker movies as well too, because the way it starts off, like, Goku kind of just gets blasted in the back. And yeah, Cooler is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of really good sequences in this movie. Piccolo versus the Cooler soldiers, the way he beat all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that Cooler like took out Piccolo, dropped his body in front of Goku, and then shot him again. I'm like, bro, Cooler is insane. And Super Saiyan Goku's transformation in this movie is so clean. Like, the way Super Saiyan Goku looks in this movie is so good, bro. He revived the bird. Apparently Goku can revive animals now. I'm like, oh well, guess we don't need the Dragon Balls no more. But still, very cool moment, not gonna lie, overall. Another really good movie is The Return of Cooler. Now, I think this is the weaker movie for sure. Like, it's not as good as the first one, but it's still very entertaining overall. They got the GOAT Vegeta in here, of course. And yeah, just that screenshot of Goku and Vegeta looking at the Metal Cooler army, that will forever be like so iconic. Like, I love that so much. And the way Vegeta pulled up to save Goku, so badass too. I forgot the line that Vegeta says in that movie, but he said like this really cool line when he saved Goku. And like, just seeing the fights as well, like them struggling and then just them powering up and like overheating like Cooler's core system or whatever, really insane. Again, not as good as the first one, but definitely pretty entertaining. Now, this next movie is a bit of a tough one for me to place because I don't think this movie is necessarily good, but it's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and place it in B, and that is Super Android 13. This could potentially move down to C the more we start putting movies on a list. But yeah, Super Android 13, I don't love this movie, but it's very entertaining though, because as the three Super Saiyans, you got Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, and they're all going crazy. That scene where they all power up into Super Saiyans is so gas. Vegeta's entrance, might I add, in all of these movies are really good. And in this one, it's even cooler. The famous, "Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut," or whatever the hell 13 said of Trunks. I'm like, dude, I can't believe that's a real line. I'll never forget seeing that clip again for the first time in a long time. And I was like, wait, is this Team 4-Star? Like, is this real? And it was in fact a real line. Like, I thought it was fake because I hadn't seen the movie in so long, but I'm like, wait, no, this is actually real. But yeah, I don't like when Android 13 fuses with 14 and 15 and then he just becomes like really big and blue and stuff like that. I feel like he kind of just lost aura points right there. Like, he definitely looked a lot cooler in his like regular form, like a little trucker hat and stuff like that. But yeah, the plot line of this is kind of just, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever, you know what I'm saying, another android and stuff. But again, entertaining movie. I don't necessarily think this is like really good. Like, I think it's better than Slug, but I don't know if it's gonna be in the B tier by the end of this list, because I think there's gonna be other movies that probably are more suited for the B tier. Speaking of B tier movies, a lot of y'all might hate me for this placement, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. This could get bumped up to A, but I'm gonna go ahead and put Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan in the top of B tier, very high B. Now, I can explain. I know I just pissed a lot of Broly fans off, but I never really liked Broly like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know Broly has a lot of fans. Z Broly does. I like Super Broly, and we're gonna get to that, but Z Broly to me was never like, I didn't love like the Legendary Super Saiyan form like everybody else does. I honestly love him in base form and in Super Saiyan, especially Super Saiyan Broly. He looks very cool in Super Saiyan Broly, especially in the second movie. But yeah, I don't know. I just never enjoyed Broly like that. Like, you know, the whole plot line with him and Goku and stuff, obviously very stupid. But it was cool to see, you know, another Saiyan outside of like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. You know what I'm saying? And Gohan. The fights in this movie were really entertaining. Just seeing Broly bulldoze everybody and like nobody's touching him and stuff like that. And then obviously we got the weak ending with Goku just punching him once at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like how most of the other Dragon Ball movies end. But like that one was like pretty egregious considering that Broly was pretty much stomping everybody. But yeah, the reason why I place it in the high B is because, again, I don't love Broly like everybody else does. I thought this movie was pretty good, but again, maybe I move it up to A at the end of this list. I don't know. I'm sorry, Broly fans. I promise. I like y'all, but like, yo, listen, this is just my placement at the end of the day. And this movie right here is another banger, and that is Bojack Unbound. Bojack Unbound, I love this movie so much. I love almost every single part about this movie, I'm not gonna lie. The very beginning of this movie is so gas, where we got Tien and Trunks fighting each other. We got Gohan and Goku's gi just boxing people up and stuff like that. Bojack himself is not a very good villain. Like, he's kind of just whatever. Him and his group are just kind of there, you know. But it's the fights in this movie are really gas. I did enjoy the, you know, the plot line of this of like, oh, like since Goku brought Cell to other world and stuff like that, blew up King Kai's planet, there was like a seal because they were sealed up or whatever, and it's like, all right, now the seal's broken and they're just able to come to Earth somehow. But a lot of really good fights in this movie, like really good fights. You had Trunks versus one of the Bojack soldiers, and he just one-shot him when he turned Super Saiyan. You had Bojack coming through and just knocking out Trunks. You have Vegeta again with another cool entrance. You know what I'm saying? Piccolo also be having cool entrances. And of course, the best moment of all, I'm my father's son, Gohan getting back up after Goku saved him and just wiping out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, very reminiscent of how he wiped out all the Cell Juniors and then went after Cell, and just that final sequence of him doing the Kamehameha and then just punching Bojack through the chest. Like, yeah, movie's gas. Now, these next few placements, I'm not sure how this is going to be received, because I'm not sure what the opinion is of this movie right here coming up. But Broly the Second Coming, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I'm probably putting this at the top of C. Like, it could be a low B movie, but like, I'm putting it in high C right now because for the most part, this movie's not very good. I do like that they do something different, starting off this movie with Goten, Trunks, and Videl, but I can't lie, the beginning of this movie is very boring. Like, and mind you too, it's like the beginning of this movie goes on for a long time too, and it's just very boring. Doesn't get entertaining until, like, you know, Goten and Trunks start trying to fight Broly, but they're really just running away. It really gets entertaining when Gohan pulls up. That's when it really gets entertaining. And then obviously, you know, the biggest highlight of this movie, a great moment, I love it a lot, everybody else loves it a lot, the family Kamehameha with Goku, Gohan, and Goten. But I'm not gonna lie, that final moment is carrying this entire movie. I'm not gonna lie, because if that moment doesn't exist, then like yeah, this movie probably stays here and doesn't get any types of points for B. That's the only reason it might be a low B, but we'll see. But for now, I'm just gonna place it here because I just don't think this movie's that entertaining, and it gets entertaining literally like towards the very end of the movie. Like when Gohan pulls up, that's like literally towards the end of the movie. Like there's really not a whole lot of the movie left when Gohan pulls up. But everybody can universally agree that Bio Broly is without a doubt the worst movie. How could you take Broly, who has been a pretty menacing movie villain for the most part in both movie 1 and movie 2 of Broly, and then just make a fake one? Like, what are we doing here? And again, you know, went for a different type of plot with Goten, Trunks, Android 18, Krillin, and stuff like that. And I enjoy that, you know, no Vegeta, no Gohan, no Goku, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy them trying to do something different, but like, it just was very weak all around. There was really nothing about this movie that was entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, really nothing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've rewatched all of these movies in the past year, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep on this one. I legitimately tried to stay up to like watch it again to see just how bad it is, and I literally just couldn't. I remember just knocking out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember just knocking out. Now we've got our first S tier movie. I think a lot of people already saw this coming, considering we had no S tiers just yet. Go ahead and throw Fusion Reborn in the S tier. I love this movie. Everything about it, to this day, still so entertaining. I know a lot of people might end up placing it in like A tier, but I don't care. This movie's S tier to me, bruh. Like, the art style of this movie, like a lot of the movie's art styles look really good, but this one and like Bojack Unbound in particular, like from both, I want to say from like Bojack Unbound, Broly Second Coming, and Fusion Reborn, it starts really looking good, like really good. Like, it already looked good before, but it looks even better. Just really good. Super Saiyan 3, even though I don't even like Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 3 in this movie and in the next movie coming up, of course, looks so good. The transformation for Super Saiyan 3 is so gas. Vegeta's entrance yet again, really good. I love that we're getting like this other world and then the living world back to back, you know what I'm saying? We get to see Gohan and Videl fighting all of the villains coming from Otherworld, escaping from Otherworld and stuff like that. Seeing Gohan one-shot Frieza, and then of course the GOAT Gogeta, you know what I'm saying? Like, my GOAT Gogeta, bro is there, gets the job done quickly, dips. I know a lot of people like to bash on that and be like, oh, he's only there for like 5 seconds. Go, guess what? That's one of the coolest 5 seconds I've ever seen, because the way he just packed up Janemba, that's aura right there, you know what I'm saying? And I love the fusion sequence right there so much. Like, the way he just automatically is in Super Saiyan, like, he just looks so cool, bro. And might I add, Janemba's one of the coolest movie characters without a doubt. Who is your favorite movie villain? I'm not gonna lie, that's a very tough question. I'm not really too sure that I can answer that, like, off the top of my head, but like, dude, Janemba's really entertaining. Like, he don't say a damn word, but all of his abilities are really cool. His design is raw as hell. Like, come on, man. Like, this movie just has too many cool shit in it to not be an S tier. Like, come on now. And then, speaking of S tiers, the next S tier movie, Wrath of the Dragon. This movie is cinema, gas, peak, all you could think of. I love everything about this movie. I love Tapion so much. Tapion's honestly one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, and he's just so cool. I love the dynamic between him and Trunks throughout the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? Just being reluctant to want to be friends with Trunks, and then Trunks still trying, and then eventually they just start opening up to each other. You know what I'm saying? I love the art, how the art style looks in this movie as well. You know, different type of villain in this movie as well. Like, Hirudegarn, not really like a villain for real, but like, you know, just the fact that like this random ass dragon just comes through and starts messing up the entire city. Again, another Vegeta godlike entrance, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing everybody trying to fight. You're seeing Gotenks for like 5 seconds in this movie. And then of course, the moment where like Tapion's begging Trunks to kill him just to get rid of Hirudegarn, and like Trunks struggling to do that. And then you got Goku bringing out the most randomest of moves, but the move being so sick with the Dragon Fist. Like, come on now, man. Movie cinema, bruh. I'm sorry, the movie is cinema. Alright, so we are in special territory, and we got ourselves a really bad special, and that is Dragon Ball Z Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans. Yeah, that's going in D tier. This is so incredibly lame so boring. I don't enjoy this at all. Hachiak is a very whack villain. And then I can't believe they tried to remaster this in Raging Blast 2. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. This is not entertaining in the slightest. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you haven't seen this special, you ain't missing out on much. But yeah, the next special, Dragon Ball GT: A Hero's Legacy. I'm pretty sure this is what it's called. It's okay. I'm putting it in C. It was okay. The only real like entertaining thing about this was the end of the special, which was Goku Jr. meeting Goku. Like, that was very, like, you know, good, very heartfelt, you know, like very special. But outside of that, it's just okay, you know. It's really, like, it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's good. Like, it's alright, you know what I mean? It exists. And now, if you know me and you've been around long enough, you already know where these two placements are going. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, History of Trunks, Bardock, the father of Goku, S tier. Dude, these specials right here, to me, have always been better than a lot of these movies. Like, and that's why I'm placing them where I'm placing them, because the History of Trunks, fire, you know what I'm saying? We're getting to see Trunks' timeline. We're getting to see how he grew up, seeing that everybody died. There's no Dragon Balls in this timeline. The androids are taking over. It's very sad. We get to see adult Gohan, adult future Gohan. You know what I'm saying? He's out here surviving. He's the last of the Z fighters surviving to take down the androids. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him mentor Trunks, seeing the relationship and the bond that they have, and then Gohan going to go fight the androids alone. And then no, before that, when they're fighting the androids together and Gohan lost his arm, and then he sees he only has one sensu bean, he's missing one arm, and he said, nah, this gotta go to Trunks. You gotta live, bruh. Like, real as hell. And then of course Gohan fighting the androids by himself and unfortunately meeting his end, and then seeing Trunks Super Saiyan transformation. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that Super Saiyan transformation, call me biased, I don't care. Y'all know Trunks is my favorite character. Call me biased. That is, to me, my favorite and the best Super Saiyan transformation. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of emotion behind that. And then Bardock, the father of Goku. I love this special so much because Bardock is my second favorite character. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure, like, I always try and remember what my first memory of Dragon Ball is, and I feel like my first memory of Dragon Ball had to have been this special. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like this special was my first memory of Dragon Ball. Like, whenever I try and think of it, it's one of the first things that I think of. I love this special so much. Bardock's so cool. Like, I love his design. Got the scar, got the scouter. Later on in the film, he gets a bandana, but it's not really a bandana. It's just something that his homeboy Toro used to wear on his arm. He took it, and it's Toro's blood on it as well. Like, nah, man, like, come on. And then just seeing the fact that Bardock went to go take on Frieza by himself. He's out here warning the rest of the Saiyans that, like, yo, like, Frieza's about to kill us. Like, we gotta go revolt right now. And they're just laughing at him. He's just like, all right, bro, I'm gonna handle this myself. Went out like a real one, you know what I'm saying? And then I just love the fact that he just gained the ability to see the future. So he's seeing his son and the things that his son's about to go through and stuff like that. He's seeing the end of Planet Vegeta and he's trying to prevent it. I will change the future. Funny how both my two favorite characters talk about the future so much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, cinema special. I love these two so much, and I had to place them at the top. Now, episode of Bardock, not gonna lie to you, not very good. It's alright. It's cool because it's Bardock going Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? He went back, way back into the past somehow. He didn't end up dying. He went back into the past. That's what the plot line is in this. We get to see Chilled. And Chilled is just alright. Like, it's nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, just seeing Bardock again and just seeing him go Super Saiyan as well is so cool. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like lines up or whatever with like the whole like Super Saiyan legend and stuff like that. Like, hey, Bardock technically the first Super Saiyan or whatever. But that's like a little headcanon that I like to believe, even though I don't really like talk about it like that. But yeah. And then we got Yo Son Goku and his friends return. This is the OVA that came out in 2008, I'm pretty sure. Pretty entertaining. I'd say probably like B tier. Like, it's nothing too crazy. It's very entertaining, you know what I'm saying? It's the first time we've seen Dragon Ball in a very long time, you know what I'm saying, because it had ended a while back already at this point. And there were like no real signs of Dragon Ball returning. And yeah, it's pretty entertaining just getting to see Tarbo, Vegeta's brother and stuff. Just getting to see the whole cast all over again. Like, it was pretty entertaining. I love the art style in this special as well. It's very good, very entertaining. You know, I like it a lot. I honestly wish Dragon Ball Super would have ended up looking like how this OVA looked like. But you know, it'd be like that. Now, back to the movies. We are on the final 4 movies. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. This is an easy S tier. This is an easy S tier. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. The return of Dragon Ball in 2013. I remember seeing the rumors about this and going crazy. I remember seeing some of the screenshots. I even saw the clip of Super Saiyan 3 Goku getting one shot by Beerus. And then all the fights in this movie were so good. You had Beerus one-shotting everybody, taking out Piccolo, 18, Gohan, Majin Buu, and then, you know, one-shotting Vegeta, and then Bulma getting slapped by Beerus, which then leads to my Bulma, and then Vegeta's going off on Beerus. And then we got Super Saiyan God Goku, which, by the way, Super Saiyan God, second best transformation right behind Super Saiyan 4. Just saying. But cinema form. Beerus and Whis' introductions also just so good. Like, those characters are honestly some of the better additions to the world of Dragon Ball. Like, they're very entertaining characters. They're not like my favorite characters or anything like that, but they're really, really entertaining. And it was just hype to see Dragon Ball all over again. This movie's really, really good. I love Battle of Gods so much to this day. One of the better Dragon Ball movies for sure. I don't know where I'm gonna end up placing this at the end of the video, but it's definitely in the S tier for sure. Beerus is very entertaining, and just, you know, them opening up about other universes existing and stuff like that. Like, it was just really good, man. Now, to me, in terms of the modern Dragon Ball films, they've all been gas. Except this one right here. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. This is going in the calm C tier. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F was a movie that was, you know, it was on first viewing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hate it first viewing. I thought it was cool. But the more time has passed, the more this film kind of sucks. Low key. Like, I'm like, there's moments in this that are very entertaining. There are moments in this that are very good. But in terms of, like, comparing it to, like, for example, Battle of Gods, because we didn't get Dragon Ball Super Broly until, like, I want to say 3 or 4 years later. But comparing this to Battle of Gods, this was not that good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a step down quite literally every single way you can think. The animation in this wasn't as good as Battle of Gods was. The CGI in this was really bad. Just, I didn't enjoy the fact that Frieza was coming back. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Super Saiyan Blue. And most of all, Vegeta got played so hard. Vegeta deserved that W, and then he just got robbed. And then we got to give the W to Goku. Like, bro, I was so disappointed. I was so annoyed. I could not believe that. And yeah, with time, this movie has only gotten worse to me. But it's not necessarily D tier, but it's only gotten worse. I'm not gonna lie. But it's okay, because the best Dragon Ball movie was made later on, and that is Dragon Ball Super Broly. Yes, to me, this is the best Dragon Ball movie, easily. I'm not including the specials in this list, I'm not gonna lie, but even if I was to include the specials in this list, I probably would still just have Broly at the top, because all around this movie is so good. I love the beginning of this movie with seeing Bardock, King Vegeta, and all that other stuff, Kid Vegeta and Kid Raditz. Like, I love seeing all of that. And then obviously we get to all the good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Paragus and Broly pull up to Earth with Frieza. Frieza gets the Dragon Balls. Vegeta versus Broly is one of the best fights in Dragon Ball. That is easily top 2, top 3, you know what I'm saying? Not top 2, not top 3, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's really, really good, man. Vegeta versus Broly is so good. Vegeta Super Saiyan God transformation. Goku versus Broly. Goku getting fucked up by Broly. Gogeta, like, seeing the Broly transformation. Like, dude, all around, this movie is insanely good, man. Like, it's so good. And yeah, man, I'm sorry, this is the best Dragon Ball movie. And I strongly make that claim because a lot of people like to say that the last movie on this list is the best Dragon Ball movie, and that is Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And while I quite don't agree, Dragon Ball Super Superhero is easily an S tier movie. This movie is very, very, very good. Now, I won't lie. Upon this movie getting announced, I was a hater. I'm not gonna lie, I was hating. I didn't like what I was hearing about the plot line for this movie. I thought that after coming off the heels of Dragon Ball Super Broly, I didn't think that that's what the movie needed to be about. And I also just didn't like that the movie was like fully CGI and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie, seeing this movie in the theaters, it looked so much better than the trailers led you to believe. Looked so much better, and it was really, really entertaining, man. I loved the moments with Pan. Pan is adorable. Seeing her interact with Piccolo and stuff like that, get that training in. Seeing Gohan come through, get pissed when he hears that Pan got kidnapped and stuff like that. Seeing older Goten and Trunks, you know what I'm saying? That was so good. Seeing the rest of the cast as well, 18 and Krillin. And on the sideline, we got Goku and Vegeta and Broly training on Beerus' planet. We got Goku trying to help Broly contain his anger and stuff. We got Goku versus Vegeta, and of course the GOAT Vegeta winning at the end of the movie and stuff like that. And then Beast Gohan, man. Beast Gohan. Now, I have mixed thoughts about Beast Gohan. I think it's a transformation that looks good and bad at the same time. It's really just the hair, if I'm being honest. Like, if the hair was just a tad bit shorter, I'd really love the transformation. But like, I always have mixed feelings about it. But I think overall, I do like the form, but I'd like it even more if the hair was shorter. Orange Piccolo, not that big of a fan, but I do love the fact that Piccolo did get a bunch of love in this movie. Gohan and Piccolo's fight with the Gammas was very entertaining. And then obviously Cell Max, which I think everybody agrees that Cell Max is pretty whack. Not gonna lie. I think we all agree that Cell Max is pretty whack. But Beast Gohan going crazy on Cell Max, doing the special beam cannon. Gas. And I can't believe they teased us at the end with Goten and Trunks fusing and getting it right this time, because they fused into Fat Gotenks earlier. I just can't believe they teased us like that. But yeah, a lot of really good and entertaining moments in this movie. But I don't think it's the best, but I think it's definitely up there. And yeah, that's all of the movies ranked, and I'm gonna take some time to try and order these as fast as possible. I lied. I will not be changing up the order of this, because if I'm being honest with you, I kind of ordered this on accident. Like, I kind of just did it, and I'm looking at the list and I'm like, I think I'm liking this. I think the only thing I did was I put Battle of Gods ahead of Superhero, because I do think I enjoy Battle of Gods more than I enjoy Superhero, but just by a little bit. I think it's pretty close. I think it's pretty interchangeable. I think if I was to go rewatch Superhero right now, because I actually have not rewatched Superhero in like at all. I've only ever seen it the one time. But I think if I rewatch Superhero, I might place it ahead of Battle of Gods. So I think these two are pretty interchangeable, but I'll leave it like this. But yeah, that's the end of this list. This was a pretty long video, not gonna lie. But let me know your thoughts. Did I place your favorite movie in a good tier? Did I place it in a bad tier? Again, like I said in the comments down below, let me know what your favorite Dragon Ball movie is. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball movie villain? And with that being said, that's gonna be the end of the video, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. And we could potentially do another tier list of another series, potentially, who knows. And also too, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's on the horizon. You already know I will be making a ton of content on that game when it comes out, but I've been making as much content around it as possible, you know, reacting to the trailers, talking about some other stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you guys are looking forward to future Sparking Zero content and all that good stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It's not just going to be Sparking Zero content as well. It's going to be other stuff as well. So if you guys are looking forward to it, be sure to subscribe. With that being said, that's going to be the end of the video. And I hope you guys take it easy.